The SNP's Westminster leader Ian Blackford has a big CV after a career in banking and in politics, but his constituents were not best pleased when he took on other roles while representing Ross, Skye and Lochaber. The frustrations from voters in Ian Blackford's constituency peaked when he took a fifth job outside politics in 2017. The former investment banker accepted a role with New City Agenda, a firm founded by former Brexit Secretary David Davis, Lord's Deputy Speaker Lord McFall of Alcluith and Lib Dem peer Lord Sharkey. Mr. Blackford took the unpaid role of non-executive director where he was expected to regularly appear at meetings in London to offer guidance. At the time, Mr. Blackford was already the chairman of Scotland's leading telecommunications provider, ComsWorld. The MP received an annual salary of £12,000 for working 32 hours per year and held shares worth more than £70,000 in the company. He left the company in December last year. Mr. Blackford was and remains the chairman of the Golden Charter Trust. The firm now pays Mr. Blackford £3,247 a month for 8 hours work per quarter. He is also an unpaid director of First Sale Limited, the company he founded in 2003 to provide investment advice. As seen on theirworkview.com, Mr. Blackford also has an investment portfolio in the hands of top assets manager Brooks MacDonald. A Liberal Democrat spokesperson said in 2017, Mr. Blackford is now rivaling George Osborne with the amount of jobs he has on the go. Like Osborne, maybe Mr. Blackford should question whether he will be able to represent his constituents to the best of his ability. Likewise, voters must ask themselves who would be able to serve them best, an SNP spokeswoman added. Ian Blackford MP was honoured to be asked to sit on this board, which has representation from across the political parties. He takes no remuneration for this role. The work of organisations like City Agenda supports innovative thinking about our economy and communities, something the Liberal Democrats once used to support. Last November, Mr. Blackford's various roles were once again mentioned as he was urged to 2 jobs and give full-time commitment to constituents. Election rival Craig Harrow, who contested Mr. Blackford's Ross, Skye and Lochaber seat for the Liberal Democrats last year, sent a letter to SNP leader Nicola Sturgeon demanding all her party's candidates quit second jobs. Mr. Harrow said, as leader of the SNP, I am writing to request you to confirm that SNP candidates at the general election will keep to the vow made by Peter Wishart in 2015 that for MPs there should be no second jobs. I noted that recently, the former SNP Westminster leader Angus Robertson stated that MSP should give a full-time commitment and not claim they can be in 2 places, serving 2 masters at the same time. Will all SNP candidates, including the SNP's current Westminster leader, therefore pledge a full-time commitment to constituents and constituency ahead of the election on the 12th of December? An SNP source hit back, however, saying that several senior Lib Dems had profited from second jobs. The source told the Press and Journal, SNP MPs work hard full-time in their roles standing up for the people of Scotland at Westminster, unlike the Lib Dems, who imposed devastating austerity cuts on Scotland's communities in coalition with the Tories. SNP MPs always stand up for Scotland's interests. Hopefully after this cringe-worthy boomerang attack, Mr. Harrow will redirect his letter to Lib Dem leader Joe Swinson, Lib Dem deputy leader Ed Davey, Scottish Lib Dem Jamie Stone, Chuka Umunna, Vince Cable, Tim Farron, Norman Lamb, Philip Lee and other senior Lib Dem spokespeople who have made thousands of pounds in second jobs during their time as MPs. They added, all SNP MPs elected in December will have a full-time commitment to their constituents and constituencies.